He's coming back, guys. Again, every indication I've gotten is that Travis Kelce is looking forward to coming back, or maybe a 2-year deal where you can, spread some of that money out.
Somebody who covers the Chiefs behind closed doors just went on live radio and said 3 words that ended the biggest guessing game in the NFL, and then 2 hours later, Travis Kelce sat across from a Hall of Fame legend and described a feeling he says he'll never experience again.
Satisfaction that you get and the successful feeling you get of all the hard work that you put in is finally paying off. And that's a feeling that I know I'll never get again.
One moment confirmed the future. The other one sounded like a goodbye, and somehow both of them happened on the same day. Let's get into everything that just went down. So here's the bombshell that dropped on Wednesday. A reporter who has covered the Chiefs for years, someone who knows what's happening inside that building better than almost anyone, went on Kansas City radio and was asked point blank whether the massive roster shakeup this week would affect Travis's retirement decision. His answer was immediate. He said Travis is coming back. Every indication he's gotten is that Travis Kelce is looking forward to returning.
Does the current roster construction have any impact on what decision he inevitably makes?
He's coming back, guys. Again, every indication I've gotten is that Travis Kelce is looking forward to coming back. When we'll know that for sure, that's really his prerogative. And
he even projected a possible 2-year deal where the Chiefs spread the money out with a big signing bonus to keep the base salary manageable. He said if Travis retires after 1 year and they have to eat the second year of the deal, so be it. He's given them everything they could have asked for already.
They might give him, and I've said this before, maybe a 2-year deal where you can, spread some of that money out and give a, pretty nice chunk of signing bonus to get that base salary, to be manageable for 2026. And hey, if you got to eat it in 2027, if he retires, you go ahead and eat it. He's giving you everything you could have asked for already.
That's not a rumor. That's not a source close to the situation. That's someone who talks to the people making this decision every single day, saying it out loud on the radio. Travis Kelce is coming back to the Kansas City Chiefs. But here's what made the same day feel like a funeral and a celebration at the same time. Just hours after that report, the March 4th episode of New Heights dropped, and it featured one of the greatest wide receivers in NFL history as a guest. During the conversation, the legend asked Travis directly what he'll miss most about football whenever he decides to retire. And Travis's answer hit different than anything he said publicly before. He said it's the moments in the big games, the feeling of having to rise to the occasion in front of 70,000 people who are counting on you. He talked about the guys you go to war with. He talked about the satisfaction of hard work finally paying off in the playoffs.
What do you think that you'll miss most about the game?
Man, I think it's just those moments in the big games, man. Those moments of rising to the occasion in the heat of the battle. Be there for, 70,000 that are all counting on you out there outside of just the guys that you go to war with or you guys you go to battle with, man. Satisfaction that you get and the successful feeling you get of all the hard work that you put in is finally paying off. And I think that'll be one of the things I miss the most, man, for sure.
And then he said the line that has the internet in tears. He said that's a feeling he knows he'll never get again. He'll never get again. Past tense.
That's a feeling that I know I'll never get again. And right. I think that's something that, those are the things that you cherish the most. And especially, if you're fortunate enough to be in the playoffs.
A man who is reportedly coming back just described football like something he's already lost. That's not someone who's excited about another decade. That's someone who knows 2026 is the farewell tour. He's coming back, but he's coming back to say goodbye on his own terms. The 6-11 season with the sour taste in his mouth is not how this story ends. Travis Kelce wants one more run, one more season as a married man, with Taylor in the stands, with a ring on his finger, and then he walks away. And here's the context that makes this week even more loaded. The reason that radio interview even happened is because the Chiefs just made a blockbuster trade. They sent their all-pro cornerback to the Rams and picked up a first-round draft pick. That trade is the biggest signal yet that Kansas City is in full rebuild mode. They're clearing house, they're getting younger, and the insider confirmed that the roster shakeup didn't change Travis's plans because Travis has already decided.
I know some people are like, well, if he hasn't really signed before free agency starts, how does that affect free agency? I'm like, it really doesn't affect free agency. They can allocate that money however they want.
Now let's talk about what's happening on Taylor's side of the world this week, because the collision of timelines is absolutely wild today. As in the day we're talking about this, Taylor's ex-boyfriend just dropped his new album. His 4th studio album is out right now. Critics are raving. The leaked lyrics went viral 2 days ago. One song is reportedly about his feelings of inadequacy as a stepdad during a previous relationship, and fans were sobbing before the album even came out. He's performing the full album tonight at a one-night-only concert that Netflix is streaming on Sunday. Next Saturday, he's hosting and performing on SNL.
So great to be here hosting Saturday Night Live for the first time.
Not only is he returning to Madison Square Garden for the record-breaking 30 shows, but he's also going to be back on this legendary New York stage as well.
Then he launches a world tour with a 30-date residency at the most famous arena in the world.
50 shows in 7 different global cities. We're going to go over to Europe here. Yes, okay, this is what we thought we were seeing. The beginning of this Together apparently is going to be in Amsterdam.
Album, Netflix special, SNL World Tour, Madison Square Garden residency. All in the same month that Taylor is deep in wedding planning, and he's performing at the exact same venue in Manchester where Taylor just got snubbed at the Brit Awards 2 weeks ago. The parallel timelines are so perfectly mirrored that it feels like the universe is writing fiction. And if that wasn't enough, another one of Taylor's exes is reportedly getting married in July, just weeks after Taylor's rumored June 13th ceremony. Sources say Taylor could be furious about the timing, though honestly, Taylor Swift does not get overshadowed by anyone. But the optics are undeniable. 3 former boyfriends all making massive moves in the same summer window as her wedding. One dropping a comeback album and Netflix special. One getting married a month later. One spotted at the Brit Awards where she was nominated. The ex-boyfriend energy this summer is operating at unprecedented levels. Meanwhile, Taylor's future sister-in-law just had a conversation that tells you everything about where Taylor's head is at right now. On her latest podcast episode, she invited one of the most respected female voices in NFL media, and the two spent time discussing the cultural impact Taylor has had on women in sports. The sister-in-law called something Taylor said on the family podcast one of the most badass things ever said on the show, referring to Taylor's iconic line about male sports fans wanting to see more of her on their screens.
I don't know if you saw this, but when Taylor's quote from the other podcast, we call that the other podcast, went viral, we played your TikTok using the sound. Queen Emma, can you show us the clip, please?
And I think we all know that if there's one thing that male sports fans want to see in their spaces and on their screens, it's more of me.
Yes. Now, I love this so much. I love this so much because, first of all, badass quote. Second, it applies perfectly.
The analyst talked about how tongue-in-cheek and self-aware it was, and the sister-in-law said she loves seeing women across the sports world, from Olympic athletes to gymnasts to analysts, using Taylor's words as a rallying cry.
So I love the quote from Taylor because it was so tongue-in-cheek, obviously, and I think it was very revealing of someone who has a good sense of humor about themselves.
That's the family Taylor is marrying into, a family that publicly champions her cultural impact, a family that turns her podcast one-liners into feminist anthems, a family where a 5-year-old crashes interviews to say hi to legends and the mother-in-law shades past girlfriends on camera.
You see, is Ellie in the background?
This is so funny.
You say hi. You say hi to the greatest receiver ever to play football. Say hi to Randy Moss. Are you guys going to pick up Wyatt right now? All right.
Hi, Randy Moss. It's so epic.
Hello, sweetheart. How are you?
Be some of my son's adversaries. That could either be on other teams, or it could be coaches, or it could be past girlfriends.
They thought that I gave it my best shot, but they're like, you were probably more treacherous than we thought you could be.
Did Taylor watch?
Yeah, she's a watcher. So is her family. Yeah, they love traders.
That's great.
Yeah.
And the venue is apparently locked. A travel reporter confirmed this week that June 13th is blocked off at the rumored location, a triple Forbes 5-star resort on the coast of Rhode Island. She described it as one of the most beautiful beaches she's ever seen, with white sand fringed with dune grass and a manicured lawn overlooking the ocean. Taylor reportedly paid off another bride who had the date booked to secure it for herself and Travis. That's not a rumor anymore. That's a blocked calendar, a described venue, and a confirmed date from a wedding guest who signed NDAs. Travis Kelce is coming back for one more year. He knows it's the last ride. He described the feeling of football like something he's already grieving. The Chiefs are rebuilding around him. Taylor's exes are launching comebacks and weddings on every side. The family is tighter than ever. The venue is locked, and in 99 days, Travis Kelce is going to stand on a beach in Rhode Island and marry the most famous woman on the planet, and then put on his helmet one last time. That's all for this video, folks. See you next time.